Starship Troopers 3 Marauders. Starship Troopers 3 Marauders is the third instalment in the Starship Troopers movie franchise, which finally sees the return of Casper Van Dien as now Colonel Johnny Rico. The first Starship Troopers movie, though seen as a flop by many due to reaching poor numbers at the box office and a number of poor reviews, has gone on to great success since and has garnered a massive cult following. From this we saw the release of Starship Troopers 2 Hero of the Federation in 2004, which I hate to say was an unmitigated disaster compared to the first. And this finally leads us to the third installment in the franchise, Starship Troopers 3 Marauder, which was released in 2008. Surely they won't make the same mistake here as they did in the second movie. Well, why don't you watch the rest of the view to find out. Firstly, no. Starship Troopers 3 doesn't make the same mistakes as the second installment. Firstly, they bring back Casper Van Dien as Johnny Rico, and you can actually see the film you were trying to watch, which if you watch my last review, see the card above, as well as the poor acting and script, not physically being able to see most of the movie was a major issue within the second film. But even though this movie dodges many of the mistakes they made in the second movie, this unfortunately brings a whole new number of issues for the viewers, especially compared to such an amazing first installment within the franchise. The first installment in the franchise, released in 1997, had a budget of over 100 million and was one of the best movies in sci-fi movie history in my opinion. Unfortunately, when the second installment was released straight to DVD in 2004, it had a paltry margin of 7 million. And it really does show. So when they announced that they was releasing Starship Troopers 3 Marauders and that Casper Van Dien was returning, alongside a 20 million budget, everyone's expectations was on the up. Which is a shame, because of this we had such a big fall. One of the big issues with the movie was the CGI of the arachnid. The first Starship Troopers movie was visually stunning. The second, when you could actually see the arachnids, didn't look bad at all. Less said about the gunfire there the better. But here in the third, the bugs are, for a lack of a better word, embarrassing. They are so clearly CGI, and unfortunately it looks like a first year animator created the bugs. They stick out like a sore thumb, or more importantly like a bug with poor CGI thrown at an A movie. The second issue is how they have turned from a serious, well constructed sci-fi action film into a joke, with many parts played for a laugh and a joke instead of being more serious. But on the plus side, the movie is bright and well lit, so we can actually see what is happening on the screen. Something we couldn't do in Starship Troopers 2 Hero of the Federation. We see a nearly new cast with Jolene Blalock playing Captain Lola Beck, a former friend of Johnny Rico. Boris Kajoe playing General Dix Hauser, who is also Captain Lola Beck's fiance. Holly Little portrayed by the stunning Marnette Patterson. And Stephen Hogan, who joins us as the fearless and beloved Sky Marshal Omar Enoch. Well, maybe not so fearless. But hey, who doesn't love a good song in the middle of a sci-fi action film?
What is right? A noble sacrifice. When duty calls, you pay the price. For the Federation, I will give my life. It's a good day to die.
Again, not the tone I would have gone for here, that's for sure. And on top of this we have a multitude of other characters who come and go throughout the course of the film. The movie starts on planet Roku-san, an agricultural planet in which the locals have little to no respect for the Federation, who are on planet to save their planet from annihilation. Now, Colonel Johnny Rico is currently stationed on Roku-san, where the popular Sky Marshal Omar Enoch decides to pay a visit. Rico's old friend General Dick Hauser gets into a bar fight with the local farmers, who decide now is the right time to protest against the war. When Rico stops Dick from shooting a local civilian, General Dick orders his arrest. But the base's defences suddenly fail due to a sneak arachnid attack. From here, Rico knocks down Dix, as he is the only one capable of leading the defence, and leaves to fight the arachnids. When Roku-san finally falls, Rico is blamed by the federal media and condemned to execution for insubordination. It's after this Captain Lola Beck is piloting a knock back to Sanctuary, the fleet's secret HQ, but unfortunately they are marooned on a classified planet known as OM1. Dix learns of the situation and has Rico's pending execution fate, wanting him to lead a rescue mission as he is the only one capable. Hey, they really do think highly of their Planet P hero, don't they? Well, if you ignore the fact they actually wanted to execute him, that is. From here, Rico leads the Marauders, an elite team of troopers in newly designed battle suits, more similar to Robert A. Heinlein's original concept, on a rescue mission. They defeat the Arachnid warriors on OM1, suffer no casualties, and from here it is shown that OM1 is revealed to be the home of the Bug Hive, the Arachnids' ruling body. Now, I failed to mention the political tones, human collusions with the Arachnid as they're being controlled by the original brain bug from the original Starship Troopers film, which it turns out had allowed itself to be captured to control mankind from the inside. I've ignored the treachery of Admiral Analofid, who arranged for the ship to actually crash on planet OM1 to get rid of the Sky Marshal and Nox so she can become Sky Marshal, and so much more. And the reasons for this is because, well, it doesn't really matter if I'm honest, because it's boring, and this is what actually brings the film down a level. Well, that and the CGI, of course. The movie finally ends with Rico being cleared of all pending charges, promoted to the rank of General and given command of the Marauder program. Anok is reported to have died in a terrorist attack staged by the government to explain his disappearance. Dix and Beck get married. Admiral Fid is appointed the new Sky Marshal with Dick as her second in command, and Holly Little becomes a federal chaplain. More religious undertones smacked in our faces. But before I give you my final score, if you are new here and not already, why not do me a favour and hit that like button, and if you want to see more content like this, I've already reviewed the first 2 Starship Troopers movies, which you can find by clicking in the top right corner now. Why not smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive updates every time I upload a new video. And bear in mind I have 2 more Starship Trooper movie reviews coming right your way. So how do I rate Starship Troopers 3 Marauders? Well, not highly. It doesn't live up to the original in any way. It's portrayed as a poor B movie with a B movie budget, which what we expected is a B movie with an A movie budget, just like the original. The plot is okay, the acting by a few of the characters are pretty good in all fairness, but combined with the poor CGI, we are left with a sour taste in our mouths after watching the 3rd movie in the franchise. And because of this, I can't bring myself to rate Starship Troopers 2 Marauders any higher than 5 out of 10. But luckily for us, we have since received 2 animated films in the franchise, which I'll be reviewing next. But while you wait, why not watch one of our latest Starship Trooper reviews or action scenes, which you can see on the screen right now. And if you want to know more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next review, Troopers. Take care.